Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the 9th edition of Councillors Corner. This video segment is intended to inform the residents of Oyen about town topics and other topics that arise at monthly council meetings. With me today, I have Jack Hauk again, with us for the third time. Thank you, Jack. And today we have some important topics to discuss, so we are going to jump right into it. Today we are discussing taxes. A quick background for those of you that just need a little education on taxes. When you get your tax assessment, your dollar value is derived from your assessment on your land and your building multiplied by the mill rate council sets, which is our municipal mill rate. That is what we're discussing today as our municipal portion of taxes. There's also taxes set by the province for education and our seniors tax rate. But today we're just talking about our municipal portion of the taxes. All right, so back in June, Council received a correspondence letter from Trent and Kathy Martin around the high taxes for residential properties in Oyen. So Council took the letter of correspondence to their meeting in June, and there was tons of discussion about it. And in the end, they had directed our CAO, Debbie Ross, to go investigate a few options on what can be done around this. So Jack today is going to discuss with us some of those options that they talked about and kind of where this topic sort of evolved to and ended up.
Yes, so we decided there is a large disparity in taxes between a new house, a newly renovated house, and an old house. In recent years, the cost to build a new house has increased dramatically, and when the house is complete, there are many factors taken into the assessment, and cost of building is a factor. Mm-hmm. We used to be a modest price for a modest house. It's now an extravagant price for a modest house. And based on feedback from the public, our new development is discouraged because not only does it seem like an unwise investment to add assessment to the town by building a new house, it seems almost punitive. Mm-hmm. Trent and Kathy expressed regret for building their new house on account of the high taxes. We need people to be comfortable about investing in our town if we expect it to remain. We wanted to find out if there was a way that we could help incentivize people to add value to the town rather than punish them for it, as everybody in town, regardless of size, value, or location, has all the same services. Stopping taxes from increasing past a certain point seemed like the best way forward. The next question was how to fairly apply this across the entire town, as we are bound by municipal laws and strong morals. Many things were discussed, but we decided that it would be best to base rebates on the size of the lot a homeowner has and tier the rebates relative to their size.
That's correct, yes. So that's kind of, and council had many lengthy discussions on this. There was meetings held outside. Everybody is very invested in this topic. Any decisions made were not come too lightly. There was always tons of options explored and lots of information presented at these council meetings. So based on that, so as Jack just had said, the minimum maximum tax, well, there is no maximum tax. We are bounded by MGA that we cannot apply a maximum tax, but we do have a minimum tax, and we have for quite some time. Our minimum tax currently was at $500, and council just increased that at our last meeting to $1,000. This is also to promote vacant land and those underdeveloped properties to renovate, develop, all sorts of things. But with that, we are going to just dive into a bit more how you talked about that rebate. So this is what council decided to come to, was a rebate for these properties that are very highly assessed, therefore paying quite high taxes every year here in Oyen. So what decision did council make in order to promote new developments or help some of these properties that feel like they are being penalized?
We decided to set a municipal tax rebate program for property owners that have municipal taxes higher than $4,000 annually, starting in the 2024 tax year, based on property square footage as follows. Under 10,000 square feet, the rebate is back to $4,000. This is square footage of the property, not just the house. Yeah. 10,000 to 15,000 square feet, the rebate is back to $4,500. 15,000 to 18,000 square feet, the rebate is back to $5,500. 18,000 to 20,000 square feet, the rebate is back to $6,500, and over 20,000 square feet, the rebate is back to $7,500. Currently, there are only 20 properties affected by this rebate.
Yes, and those dollars amounts, we're talking about just municipal taxes again. So if you do go look at your tax assessment, you'll see a line for municipal, MUN is the abbreviation for that. We're talking about we can offer rebates back to those dollar amounts Jack just discussed based on square footage. We cannot affect the seniors and education tax portions of your assessments. Right. So then with that, there was also another resolution that council made. There was lots of tax topics discussed. And this is actually to do with the single dwelling residential properties, the tax, our municipal mill rate for those properties. Can you let us know what council decided to do with these properties?
Yes. Well, the first thing that we did was we created a subclass for single family dwelling. And we are lowering the mill rate by 1 mil across every single family dwelling in town. This is to help bring down the taxes across the entire town and give everybody a bit of breathing room.
Yeah. So now can you kind of just let us know what the town intends to do, because there is of course loss of revenue by offering the rebate on those properties and lowering those single dwelling residential properties taxes by 1 mil. So can you just tell us what council decided to do to sort of recoup some of that lost revenue?
So then to recoup this revenue, we introduced more subclasses for non-residential. There's small business under 50 employees, non-residential, and vacant properties. Vacant properties have all been raised to $1,000 minimum. Small business under 50 employees has not changed. There will be no change.
Yeah, stays the same.
It all stays the same. Non-residential small or businesses over 50 employees will be increased to be brought in line with residential or non-residential mill rates with many other communities. It is important to note that we did not lose any revenue or services as a result of any of these incentives rebates.
Yes, that is correct. Council, like I mentioned before, they did go through many options. They had lots of information presented. This decision was not made lightly, but it is intended to, in the end, help and affect everybody in the town of Oyen to promote development. Once the assessment base, if it rises with new development, that does lower rates for everyone. So this is just one way of trying to be giving the community what they're asking for, basically. And they did work very hard on it. So thank you, Jack, and the rest of council for your time on this topic. There will be more information posts and probably videos going out about this about this topic, as it is a lot of information. There is more factors that go into play, but more than Jack and I want to sit here and talk with you all about today. So stay tuned for more posts and videos. If you would like to see a town hall held for more of a tax and assessment information, drop a thumbs up or a comment here on the video saying that you would love to attend. That's something we are thinking should be in the works here coming soon, as there's been lots of changes and talk out there. So we do want to spread the correct information and give it out to all of you. Anything else you want to share with us today, Jack?
No, that's it.
That's it all.
Thanks for watching, everybody.
You bet. Okay, thanks everybody. We'll see you later.